All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV. Tonight, the Dirt New Zealand and WP Concreting Midgets series are in action here at Limaland Motorsports Park. My name is Brett Wheeler. Joining me in the booth tonight is James Rice. Ricey, how you going tonight?
I'm good, thanks, Brett, and all ready for action here tonight at Limaland. Waiting to see some of these guys duke it out around this very small track. And I believe we've got one Aussie in the field here tonight with Dale Grother, um, but yeah, there's some guys here with some names here, Brett, that have put on a show before, so we'll see what happens.
All right, so before we get started, we'll play the New Zealand National Anthem, then we'll get set into heat races. All right, heat number one of three, getting set to roll out onto the racetrack. And Rice, it's going to be an absolute beauty. Limaland Motorsports Park, the shortest dirt track we have on the R-Racing service. And I think these guys come later on, they're going to have them right rears up on top of the cushion and around the top of the racetrack. It's going to be an awesome sight to see later on tonight.
Absolutely, Brett, and with some of these classes of car here, with Cameron Dance, Corey Tyler, and a few others, Brett Junior Morris, to name a few, seeing some of these guys around this track before when it was black slick down the bottom and all it was cushion on the top. So we're about to go into heat number one here, Brett, and I'll get you to call this one, mate.
All right, so looking at the cars on the racetrack, the New Zealand champion, Matt McCutcheon, one of the first cars onto the racetrack here, waiting for the cars to roll off. It looks like we're going to have around 12 cars in heat race number one. Now, each driver will have 2 heat races each, so you'll see drivers in heat 1, and then you'll also see them in heat 2 or heat 3. I'll predominantly have a front row or a front starting spot towards the front, and then I'll have one towards the back as well. You might even be luckily and have 2 middles as well, so it all just depends on the pill draw. So we wait for the cars to roll off here. It looks like the 6 of Connor Clark will start on pole alongside the New Zealand champion of Matt McCutcheon in that 1NZ car. Murray Howe in car number 10 will start position 3. The 81 of Sam Waddle will start out of position number 4. Out of position 5 will be the 2 of Peter Honeybell. Out of position number 6, it's going to be the 24 of Dale Grother. Jordan McDonnell in the 9 will start out of position 7. We'll go back to the 30 machine. of Colton Snyder will start out of position 8. You've got Callan Arthur inside row number 5 alongside the 4 of Brett Junior Morris. And we'll go back to the 76, I believe that is. 78, Stephen Palmer. The 56 of Corey Tyler. The 91 on the back row, Jared Steen. And Cameron Dance. Here we go, 10 laps on the board. We are heat race number 1. We are racing here at Limaland.
Some big action at the back of the pack there, Brett. Couple of cars, including Corey Tyler, and one upside down as well. You see the cars coming into turn 1 and 2 right now, Brett. Oh, number 6 is up on the tail tank. Wow. It's 3 wide, just as they come into turn number 4, Brett.
And they're throwing some haymakers early on in the opening couple of laps. Murray Howe half spinning in turns 1 and 2. But that's your New Zealand champion in the Midgets, Matt McCutcheon, who is your race leader. Peter Honeywell, who is New Zealand number 2. He's back there in second, was second, now third. With Connor Clark taking over the reins in that second spot. 3 down, 7 to run. Here comes the 91 of Jared Steeman. Contact between Honeywell and Steen, and he goes around. The 81 of Sam Waddell on the outside of Callan Arthur. 4 down, we're almost halfway home here in heat race number 1.
Heading up, Brett, in this first heat race. As you see, Sam Waddell is fighting off some challenges from Murray Howell and Cameron Dance come through the field right now. But out in front, Matt McCutcheon very comfortably, Brett. Connor Clark is still holding down his spot at the moment. He's got 2 cars behind him of Peter Honeywell and Callan Arthur duking it out, using the top and bottom.
Something I expect all these drivers to do, use the top and bottom and really throw those big haymaker slide jobs. The Rico Bonds has been referred to as well. How about Callan Arthur as well in position number 3? He's been consistent throughout the series when it comes to heat racing action. It's just about not getting the luck and the drive in the feature race. But you know, when this track slickens off, you really see the cream rise to the top, especially when they got to run on a cushion and around any racetrack. So, you know, it always comes back down to having that car set up. But I think we've got about 1 to go. Your race leader is the New Zealand champion, Matt McCutcheon. Out in front in the New Zealand 1, Connor Clark back there in position number 2 in the 6th. Callan Arthur, Peter Honeywell, and Murray Howe rounds out the top 5. Cameron Dance looking to get inside of the top 6. He's on the inside of Sam Waddell as they come out of turn number 4. Cam Dance picks up position number 6, and I think the checkered flag is out. There it is. Matt McCutcheon comes away with the win here in heat race number 1.
There's a Libra. He has that car on rails, Matt McCutcheon.
We'll go through the lineup quickly. Second will be Connor Clark. Third is going to be the 32 of Callan Arthur. Fourth will be Peter Honeybell. Fifth will be Murray Howe. Cameron Dance gets 6 from position 12. Seventh is going to be the 81 of Sam Waddell. Eighth, we'll go back to Jordan McDonnell, who was caught up involved on a lap 1 incident in turn 1, so good recovery from the 9. The 91 of Jared Steen behind him. Then you go back to Dale Grother, Corey Tyler, and Brett Junior Morris. Rounds out the field. We had a couple of cars. Stephen Palmer with a DNF in that one. But heat number 1, and well, Limaland producing the goods. Here we're seeing a top and a bottom early on race. We've seen a lot of guys use that bottom and try and utilize a slider going into these corners. Peter Honeywell, one name that comes to mind when it comes to throwing those big dive bombs.
Yeah, and we saw that early too, Brett, with several other cars doing the same thing. But halfway through that race, Matt McCutcheon, he turned from the top to the bottom, and I did notice there his car felt more comfortable on the bottom, and you could tell coming out the turn, his car was just so straight coming off of turn 4, going to turn 1. It just felt so it just looked so so majestic, you know, just like a feather, mate, just going in there. So. He's got that car on rails, and yeah, Cameron Dance had a very good start there, especially from the back of the pack as well. And Dale Grother, his first night out here at Limaland in the Midgets, so he's doing a good job thus far. And Brett Junior Morris is one of those people that can get it done, but unfortunately. This heat race, so see the cars now rolling off back to the pit area. So we'll shortly commence heat race number 2 here at Limaland.
Quickly get a word in with your current New Zealand champion and heat race number 1 winner, Matt McCutcheon. Matt, congratulations on the win in heat race number 1. Crucial to get that good start and crucial to get your night off on the right foot.
Yeah, it was definitely a good heat. I reckon this is one of the trickiest tracks at the moment because it's so small, so easy to make mistakes. So I had it pretty lucky starting off the front row, but I'm definitely looking forward to the rest of the night.
Well, Rice, you mentioned it in the call. You were running the top in the first half of the race, then you went down to the bottom. Any reasoning behind that, or you were just trying to test some lines, see what was faster? What was the reasoning behind switching lanes?
Yeah, I felt like I had a bit of a gap, so I thought, hey, I'll try some lines, see what I can make work, and I just found that middle line just being a little bit quicker at the moment. Obviously, as it wears in, I reckon tonight we'll all be on the top and we'll be fighting for the cushion.
All right, New Zealand champion. You got the one NZ on your car, but what's the go with the flame paint scheme?
Just to mix it up a little bit, I reckon it looks pretty cool. Don't you reckon?
You know what? You're driving it, not me. Anyone you want to thank? Any sponsors you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I want to thank our BPM Motorsports, all the guys from there. They're awesome guys, and thanks for Jordan for putting on tonight, and thank you guys for live streaming.
There we go, Matt McCutcheon, your current New Zealand champion in the midgets. I think he's 2 or 3 NZ in the 410 wingless as well. I think Rusty as well. So he was one of the drivers. I think he was one of the drivers to I think one of only maybe 2 drivers. I think Honeybell might have snagged a 3 and a 2 NZ in the midgets in the 410. So the only 2 drivers to actually get 2 podiums in the New Zealand titles over the past sort of 5 or 6 weeks that we run those over.
Yes, I think there was a couple week break in between the wingless and the sprint cars. So it was over a 5 week 6 period. So but yeah, he definitely I think he came from the back. He DNF'd. He spun out in the A main and then came back to finish 3rd. So, and that was at Eldora as well. So that was pretty good in that wingless. But I do say, Brett, those flames do make him faster.
Well, I'm not sure if I like that car or not, but you know what? I'm not the one that's got my backside in that seat. So, you got to run what you got to run. But heat race 1, we're waiting on heat race number 2 to come out onto the racetrack. And once again, if you haven't already done so, make sure you check out the Dirt New Zealand and WP Concreting on Facebook. The guys that are putting on this event here this evening over the past, I believe, 10 weeks. I think we're on week 11 at the moment. So, they've done a fantastic job racing week in and week out. Make sure you head over to youtube.com/Ultimate Dirt TV. We'll have all of our videos getting uploaded to our YouTube channel, so you can rewatch them back on YouTube. Or if you want to watch them live here on Facebook, you can. If you haven't already done so, hit the like button on Facebook. Check out SETI Group Holdings on the web as well. www.seti.com. That's CEDI.com. And you can check out Colby's Eye Paints on Facebook as well. Heat race number 2. Rycian, what are you expecting from this one, do you reckon?
It's action-packed racing, mate. And so far, the track's all bottom, so you'll see some of those guys will drift up to the top and see how that's going to work, but the cushion's not there yet, so I reckon it's going to be a big tussle for some slide jobs, especially down low here, going into turn 1. So, excuse me, I'm just looking at some cars in the field. We've got Ben Morrison in the field as well, Callan Arthur, Ben McSweeney. He's one of those guys that I spoke about a few weeks ago, Brett. He done very well when he's in his heats, and he was consistent throughout the whole New Zealand titles, of course. So we'll see how he goes here tonight. So we see some of these guys lighting up the concrete, getting the tyres all warmed up. Don't think that'll work, guys.
No, it's definitely not going to work.
So we'll soon set off for heat race number 2. cars now are starting to roll out. Oh, I lied. They've stopped again.
Liar. You're giving false hope to the viewers.
I know, I'm sorry, viewers. I'm so sorry.
That's right. You know, it's all fun and games. It's all fun and games until someone gets hurt.
Yes, that is absolutely correct there, Brett.
Alright, so there's three of the guys on the grid at the moment. So the 077 of Vince Romeo will look to start on the pole for this one. The 91 of Jared Steen will start out of position 3. Xavier Simmons in the 18 will start 3. Out of position 4 will be the 78 of Stephen Palmer. You have Ben Morrison in the 97. Callan Arthur in the 32. The 16 of Robert Bowden. Jordan McDonnell will start alongside him. Then we go to the 79. That is Ben McSweeney. We got the 2 of Peter Honeybell. We got other drivers on the racetrack. The 20 machine. That is Joshua Walton, Murray Howe, Connor Clark, and at the back in the 46 it is Aaron Humble. So getting set for 10 laps on the board. Rusty, why don't you take this one away?
Thank you, mate. As we go green here for heat race number 2. Some of the guys using the top side. Oh, who is that? One upside down. Xavier Simmons upside down, turn number 2. Heartbreak there. Oh, there's another one into the wall. What a crash fest here, Brett, thus far, but we're back to the front. As if my screen wants to let me go there, Vince Romeo is still your race leader from Ben Morrison. The battle is for third place right now. Ben McSweeney is under pressure from Jordan McDonnell and Robert Borden as well. So it is nearly 3 wide. Coming to turn 3 and 4 right now, Brett. Jordan McDonnell is trying to use that outside. Trying to get that spot back, but it's just not quite there just yet. No, he gets it.
3 wide into 3 and 4, if you don't mind. Arthur on the bottom side, McDonnell through the middle, and the 79 of McSweeney on the outside, trying to make that top side of the racetrack work side by side between McSweeney and Callan Arthur. That's your battle for 4th. Battle on for the race lead right now. We've got Vince Romeo and Ben Morrison. Morrison in the yellow and black 97. In the Toyota red, white and black number 077. That is Vince Romeo. I think we're halfway home. 5 down, 5 to go. He was a dead heat on the line. Oh! Contact and McDonnell. He's going to be the big person that gains out of all that when he goes from 3rd to 1st. Oh, car side down. It's the 97 of Ben Morrison taking a hard ride. And we've got Vince Romeo as well upside down. They all find it back on all 4s. And this is a crazy, crazy heat race at Limaland.
Brett, it's Crush City, as I would normally call it, but I'm not quite sure, Brett. It's kind of jumping up here. Who is the race leader?
I think it's the 9 of... No, I think it's the 9 of McDonnell.
McDonnell, okay, there we go. So, McDonnell, it's actually finished the race there, Brett. So, congratulations to Jordan McDonnell for picking up that race there. Throughout that carnage, of course, throwing my racing into a frenzy. So, Jordan McDonnell from Callan Arthur, Ben McSweeney, Aaron Humble, Robert Borden, Joshua Walton, Nathan Clive, Stephen Palmer, Jared Steen in the number 91 car running out your car field here. Xavier Simmons in the 18. So, Brett, let's bring up Jordan McDonnell.
I think he's trying to do, I believe he'll be trying to do points and stuff like that, but you know what, we'll quickly get a word. You know what, we'll leave him alone just simply for the fact that he's doing points, he's doing grids, he's got to try and look after all the guys in this one. I think we're going to send it over to Ricey to get a chat with Callan Arthur, our 2nd place finisher here this evening.
And here with our 2nd place finish here tonight. Callum, great race there, mate. It was a bit hectic there throughout the start of that race there, mate. How did the car feel?
Yeah, the car felt pretty good. Yeah, it was definitely a hectic race. Cars going everywhere. So, yeah, pretty busy.
So is there any strategies for this type of racing here tonight with the car with the track, sorry, being such a low groove thus far? Is there a way to try and make the top work, or is there anything like that?
There's not much anywhere at the moment. Seems like it's a very different track after the update, because in practice we'll run on the top and yeah, there was just no pace up there.
Alrighty. So, do you have anyone else you'd like to thank here, or anyone that you want to shout out?
Yeah, I'd just like to thank Team Mercury, Dirt Division, Race Graphics, and Super F Series Spares.
Thank you very much, mate.
All right,
So
caught me doing about 4 different things at once as you wrap that one up, Pricey.
Yeah, sorry, Brett. I like to keep them short and sharp at this stage. So
Yep, it's
that's
fine.
my second interview ever.
You know what? And you're doing fine. You wouldn't even know it's your second interview if you hadn't
Well,
said
there we
nothing.
go.
Alright, so waiting on the final heat race of the night, and then we'll get into our pole shuffle. So stick around, we'll take a quick break here on Ultimate TV and come back with heat race number 3. Alright, we're live back again here on Ultimate Dirt TV for the Dirt New Zealand and WP Concrete International Midget Series live from Limaland Motorsports Park. The final heat race of the night as the cars start to roll out on the racetrack. We know this for sure. On the pole 3 will be car number 11 of Cameron Dance. To his outside, it's the 3 of Nathan Clive. Inside row number 2, the 56 of Corey Tyler lines up alongside the 79 of Ben McSweeney. Out of position 5, it's car number 4 of Brett Jr. Morris. Behind him in car number 30 is Colton Snyder. On the inside of the 5th row will be Dale Grother. Then we go back to Sam Waddell in the 81 as well. We'll start at a position number 11. The 16 of Robert Bowden looking to move up. There we go. We'll start out of position 6. And we got the 97 of Ben McSweeney. In fact, sorry, that's Ben Morrison. The 18 of Xavier Simmons. Vince Romeo. And the 20 of Joshua Walton. Matt McCutcheon. And the 33 of Billy Ryan. Oh, here we go, Rice. Heat race number 3, the final heat race of the night, getting set to go green off turn number 4. Once again, you know what? Since you've done such a great job, I'm going to continue letting you start these heat races.
Thank you, Brett. Here we go, folks. Heat race number 3 here at Limaland Motorsport Park. Let's get it done. Cameron Dance, get the jump. Going to turn number 1. The cars are all evenly spread out. Brett Jr. Morris gets to the back there. As the tussle now is for second place. With Nathan Clive looking up there around the outside. Brett Jr. Morris looking on the top side now. Here we go, here we go. He's using that the mountain of dirt there. He just splits them like 10 pins.
Almost a 7-10 splitter.
Absolutely, Brett. Cameron Dance is still your race leader. Oh, half spins. Oh! Several cars upside down. There, Brett. I'm not sure who that was, but...
I think Simmons might have been one of those cars as well. But how about Brett Jr. Morris on the move in that number 4 machine? After 4 laps, he's now up to position number 2 and trying to come after your race leader, Cameron Dance, in that TTL Esports. Dance makes a little bit of a mistake in 3 and 4. Halfway home in heat race number 3. Dance is your race leader. And you go back to Corey Tyler, and then the 97 of Ben Morrison and then Vince Romeo. Rounding up the top 5. We look at the battle on screen right now between Tyler and 97 of Morrison as well. That's for 3rd and 4th right now. 4 to go.
Yeah, the cars all evenly spread out here, Brett. They're all moved up to the top, so... I think the bottom's nearly worn out. Big slide in the background there. As I am on Corey Tyler now. He's just holding off that 97 car of Ben Morrison. He's going down to the inside. Can he make it stick? Nearly. He nearly might have this, Brett. If he sticks down to the bottom. It is a nail biter thus far. But Brett Jr. Morris is slowly closing on Cameron Dance now, Brett. Here we go, slide job. He gets it done, but not quite. Cameron Dance comes back on the inside. Brett Jr. Morris, he gets a bit out of shape, and he gets it. Wow, look at this. Slide job city, Brett.
I think that was the checkers.
I reckon so.
I think Morris got him too, just quietly.
Let me just quickly replay this, Brett. So, yes, just by a nose.
And
I reckon.
Watching the Culver's Eye Paints instant replay right now into turns 3 and 4. You see Morris try the big slider in 1 and 2, and then purposely I think he gets out of shape to make Cameron have to to really turn the wheel the other way and really get around that 4 machine. But well done to Brett Jr. Morris. He picks up the win in heat race number 3. We'll have a quick chat with him in here in just a moment. In fact, we might just do that now while the cars are just idling by. Brett, congratulations on that win, man. What a race. You really had to work for that one, and the late couple of sliders there on Dance really paid off.
Yeah, cheers, Brad. We didn't have a very good start to the night, but hopefully that heat win will knock us into the A main and just work our way through and hopefully pass a few cars and get on the podium.
Now on a track like this, or these big slide jobs that that you're able to put on, is it important that you sort of get yourself out of shape a little bit to make the guy behind you really have to change his line to get back by you?
Yeah, well, this track's all around the top, so everyone's fighting to get around the top as soon as they can. That's why there's so many cautions and all that. So you really just have to be patient and just stay behind the car in front of you and just pick them off and let them crash out in front of you, and then obviously throw the big haymaker and try to get by them.
All right, well done on heat race number 3 win. Any sponsor shouts you want to give before we let you get out of here?
Oh, just BPM Motorsports and Matt and Peter for tonight, and you for putting on the stream, and obviously Jordan for running the show.
All right, there we go. Brett Junior Morris there with the win in heat race number 3. Rice and heat race is complete now. We just got to take a quick break and just wait for the pole shuffle, and then we'll have the main event after that one as well. So, what do you made the racing so far here at Limaland?
Let's just say that last heat race was an absolute doozy, mate. The highlight of the night thus far with those guys slide jobbing between Cameron Dance and Brett Junior Morris. So I reckon the highlight was definitely heat 3. The Crash Fest was heat 2, but obviously that will happen. But yeah, thus far, awesome racing here from Limaland, Brett. So I reckon we'll go to a break, and we'll be back right after this.
Alright, we're back here on Ultimate Dirt TV for the WP Concreting and the Dirt New Zealand Midget Series from Limaland Motorsports Park. It's pole shuffle time, the first two cars on the racetrack. In car number 56, it's going to be Corey Tyler who will start on the outside. And Connor Clark will start out of position number 1 in tonight's pole shuffle in the number 6 machine. And 2 laps, the winner will advance on. The loser will start, I believe, out of position number 8 for tonight's feature event. So we're just waiting on the cars to get rolling again. And alright, so who knows what we're going to see in tonight's pole shuffle. It looks like we're going to see...
No.
Looks like Ben Morrison will come out in the 97.
Don't know what's going on here, Brett. They, bit of a mix-up. But yes, Connor Clark and Ben Morrison. So, once they're underway, Brett, I'll get you to, you know...
Yeah, I'll do it. Alright, we'll see if we're going green this time by, or whether the drivers will go around one more time. But 2 laps on the board. Well, for turn 4, looks like they're getting antsy, getting ready to go green this time by. And there we go, green flag. 2 laps in tonight's pole shuffle. This is the first of, I believe, 7 pole shuffles here this evening. And Connor Clark got a good start on the inside. Morrison trying to work it on the outside of the racetrack with the right rear on the cushion, as that's almost a dead heat coming across the line to the naked eye. Connor Clark through the middle, slides up. Morrison down low into turn number 3 and 4. Slide job from Morrison. Here comes Clark. He picks up the front wheels and does a 360. Make that a 720. And Ben Morrison...
Connor Clark, can he make it? Yes, he can!
in pole shuffle number 1. He is doing the Larson type donuts. He will go back to the pits. He will start, I believe, now this is, I think it is the top 8. I could be wrong, but this will bring out the number 3 of Nathan Clive. Bryson, this one is all yours.
Thank you, mate. See it? Couldn't get the words out there before, mate. Just mental
You know what?
blank.
I'll just let you do this one.
So, here we go. Nothing Clive. And Ben Morrison, we are green. Ben Morrison used that top side like he did, and he gets it done. Out to a little bit of a comfortable lead. Nathan Clive looking to the inside, picking up that left front wheel, I might add. So last lap here. Nathan Clive a little bit out of shape there, but Ben Morrison will pick up the win. So he will advance on. So then Nathan Clive will be put back to the pits. And he will start.
No
What
idea
position
where
was
it's.
that, Brett?
I think he's going to start position 7. I think it's the top 8 if I can get word from either race control in regard to. Hang on, yeah, I'm just getting confirmation here on Discord looking at that one. That was for position 7, so Nathan Clive will start 7. Out comes the number 4 of Brett Jr. Morris. Now the loser will start position number 6. The winner will continue on. So the 97 looking to continue a dominant run, and this is going to be very interesting because Brett Jr. Morris, well, he made his presence known on the top of the racetrack in the last heat race as we get set to go green next time by. They just wanted to circulate one more time. Obviously officials were not happy in how they were side by side, but coming back straight away. The next part of the pole shuffle, race 3 of 7 pole shuffles here tonight. 2 cars at a time, 2 laps around Limaland Motorsports Park, and here we go. Green flag is out, and we're on the way. Brett Jr. Morris in the blue machine on the outside. Morrison, well, he goes straight to the top of the racetrack, and here goes Morris and Morrison side by side into 3 and 4. Morrison on the top of the racetrack. Well, the tyres are very warm on that race car, but here comes Morris back on the inside through the middle, trying to slide up. Oh, there was contact. Oh, this is huge. And Morris into 3 and 4. Morrison picking up the front wheels and doing his impression of Connor Clark. Morris gets the job done.
Ben Morrison's score there for the Olympics here was a 2. So, only joking. That was very well done.
It was a 9.7. That's a 9. You know what? We'll go 97. 97 out of 100 for that wheel stand.
Oh, there we go.
Just for a little bit. Next car will be the 9 of McDonnell, Russ.
Perfect. So as we wait for McDonnell to pop around to meet up with Brett Junior Morris to see what lane he will pick.
Oh, pop around. breaking the song right now.
Don't get that song stuck in my head, Brent. I don't need that right now.
What? Yeah,
So,
you don't want to start singing? Jump around.
jump around. That's all I'm going to do. So,
Well, at least one of us can.
here we go. John McDonnell on the speedway, that number 9. He is going to elect to take the outside. So, here we go. This is for position number 5. Brett, am I right?
Yes.
So, McDonnell and Brett Junior Morris. No. Decided to change his lane choice.
Yeah, lane switch.
So, Morris and McDonnell. What can these two young guns do here at Limaland? And we're green, a very late green there, Brett. I was almost thinking I was going to lie there to the folks online. So Brett Junior Morris gets the lead using an inside coming into turn 3, but John McDonnell's answering on the bottom side. Last lap here at Limaland. Brett Junior Morris in that top side. Can he get that run? Maybe. Yes, he can. John McDonnell looks to the inside, but can't get the job done. So Brett Junior Morris will advance to the next pole shuffle, but Jordan McDonnell will start from P5.
Correct. Then the next car to come out onto the racetrack in the TTL Esports number 11 machine, Cameron Dance. Cameron Dance next onto the racetrack. So, well, there's a reason why these pole shuffles are hotly contested, and when you keep bringing out guys that are able to and capable of winning a feature race, it's no wonder that these pole shuffles are stacked. Both cars on the back straightaway stopped. They will start to roll away here, and I would assume that they'll be going green this time by at a turn number 4. Dance on the inside of the orange and white machine, number 11. Brett Junior Morris in the black and blue and a bit of a white on there in the number 4 machine. Green flag is out. Dance goes to the top. Morris cuts back underneath him out of turn number 2. Morris leads down the back straightaway. And there they go, both straight to the cushion in 3 and 4. Now Dance ducks down low, cutting the corner pretty much in half in turns 3 and 4. Dance with a slider, Morris back underneath, and this is exactly what we've seen these two drivers do in the heat race. And Morris with a slide on the last lap. This time Dance gets it on the inside. Oh, Morris, I think, got it at the line. Oh, we'll have to see and wait. Who is going back to the pits? The officials just having a look at this one. Morris staying on the racetrack. Dance back to the pits, and Brett Junior Morris continuing on. Was scheduled to start 5th. The worst he's going to do right now is start 3rd, because out comes the New Zealand champion, Matt McCutcheon. Now these two drivers are teammates. So Matt McCutcheon will start. Not sure where he's going to start. I'm assuming he's going to pick the outside. And we'll have Brett Junior Morris. So the winner of this one, Rice, will guarantee themselves a front row starting position. A worst case scenario, 2nd.
Absolutely there, Brett. So we're just waiting on the next car to come out as Brett Junior Morris chucks some expression session laps on the top side. Not sure he's allowed to do that unless he's taken the 2 laps. Maybe, maybe not.
Well, Matt McCutcheon, he's obviously having some sort of internet issues because he's just literally flashing all over the place. Now, whether surely that the connection either has to fix itself or You know, he'd have to give up that race. You cannot race someone that is flashing like that.
No, and especially with how the servers are, Brett. You know, with netcode and all that sort of stuff, it really does harm your chances if you are blinking on the racetrack. So, just a word of warning to anyone out there who might be watching here tonight. If your car is flashing and you're having internet issues, look, don't ruin someone else's race. You know, just for the sake of it, just pull in or just race another line, because, you know, the worst thing is, you know, to do that. But looks like Matt McCutcheon's connection has stabilised. Let's hope he doesn't make a lie out of me. No, he doesn't. Thank you very much, Matt McCutcheon. So here we go. We'll go green this time by, hopefully. So Matt McCutcheon and Brett Junior Morris looking to duke it out. And we're green here. Side by side, Brett Junior Morris looking to the inside, and Matt McCutcheon's car there was a bit tight coming out of turn 2. Out of turn 4 now. Brett Junior Morris has the lead. Does Matt McCutcheon have anything on this last lap? Uses the top side. Can he get the run? Going into turn 3. Oh, Brett Junior Morris, very smart there. Uses that top side, and he gets the job done. So, Brett Junior Morris, very smart there, Brett.
Yes, Brett was smart.
Very smart indeed. So, he now moves on to the front rows with Callan Arthur, correct?
That is correct. 32 rolling out on the racetrack on the back straightaway right now. So this race, you win this one, you start on pole. You lose this one, you will start on the outside of the front row. So this is for the front row in tonight's feature event. Here we go, getting set to go green this time by. The green flag is out, and Brett Junior Morris certainly gets a bit of a big jump on Callan Arthur, but Arthur reels him back on the inside in 1 and 2. What can he do in 3 and 4? They're side by side. Morris through the middle. Arthur on the low side. Lap number 1 in the books. That belongs to Morris. Here comes Arthur fighting back on the inside yet again, but Morris continuing to work the outside. Goes to the middle. Almost chops his nose off. And side by side drag race out of turn 4. Brett Junior Morris will start the main event from pole position. Well done to Brett Junior Morris. Turning also the fastest lap of the night so far with a 12.886. Callan Arthur with a 12.897. And that will conclude the pole shuffle here this evening. As far as what is next on the program, I don't think we have enough to run a B main, because there is at the moment 23 drivers that have taken a lap in either one of 2 heat races. So I'm just waiting on the next part of the program, whether we go straight into the main event or not. So before we get there, we'll take another quick break here on Ultimate TV and come back with the feature race here in just a moment. Alright, it is time for the main event, ladies and gentlemen. And right now, we're going to go around 2 times behind the iRacing official pace truck. And the drivers will have 5 laps to get in the correct starting position order. All set up manually, then it'll be 35 laps in distance for tonight's main event around the Limaland Motorsports Park. So one more time behind the iRacing official pace truck. And then the drivers will make their way into their correct positions. The 35 laps on the board, Ricey. It's going to be an absolute barn burner here this evening. Cannot wait for this one to get started.
Absolutely, Brett. We've got some stellar guys in the field here, but one guy to make mention is Brett Junior Morris. Just how he went through that pole shuffle. I reckon he's gonna be my pick for tonight, Brett. Absolutely, Brett Junior Morris for the win.
Well, I'm going to go with the current New Zealand champion of Matt McCutcheon to get the job done here. And speaking of Brett Junior Morris, can't see him on the racetrack, and looks like Matt McCutcheon is going to start alongside Callan Arthur, Jordan McDonnell, and Cameron Dance, Nathan Clive, and Ben Morrison. Joshua Walton will move up to the 4th row on the inside alongside Ben McSweeney, Xavier Simmons, Robert Bowden, Jared Steen, Peter Honeywell, Vince Romeo, Murray Howe, Stephen Palmer, Sam Waddell, Dale Grother, Billy Ryan, Aaron Hummel, and Lincoln Bishop. As we've got 20 drivers on the racetrack right now. We may even just send them into a 4-wide salute here, depending if the drivers are able to do that, or whether we're just going to get straight into the main event on lap 30 or lap 5 of this 35 lap main event. So I can't see Brett Junior Morris on the racetrack, so I'm not sure what happened to that number 4 machine, but maybe some technical issues for that 4 team. That looks... Well, throws a spanner into the works. Russ is having a different driver.
Absolutely, Brett. Absolutely. So, I'll let you kick it off here, Brett, for tonight's A final.
Going to go around one more time and just have this. You'll see 40 laps in total on these. So you'll see lap 4 that's just been completed with 36 to go. The first 5 laps to get the drivers in their correct order, and then on the 5th lap, which is now, we should be going green for 35 laps here around the Limaland Motorsports Park, and all cautions laps will count from here on out. So if we see a caution, we essentially lose 3 green flag laps. Let's get after it. We are green and underway here at the Limaland Motorsports Park, and Matt McCutcheon wastes no time in getting straight to the top of the racetrack. Jordan McDonnell, Callan Arthur, Cameron Dance, your top 4, then Clive and Morrison on the outside, Clive on the inside, blinking all over the joint. Green turns 3 and 4 right now, and 1 and 2, sorry. In fact, the Jesus corners both look very similar. How about Callan Arthur on the bottom side of the racetrack, on the inside of Jordan McDonnell for 2nd and 3rd, but your leader is your current and defending New Zealand champion, Matt McCutcheon, in the 1NZ.
As we see now, Callan Arthur is under attack. As I say that, the yellow flag is out.
They'll grow them in the 24 upside down into turns 3. Just caught the wall out of turn 2 all by himself, unfortunately.
I know we're only a couple of laps in, Brett, but the racing was starting to heat up there between Callan Arthur and Jordan McDonnell, so... But Matt McCutcheon, Brett, out of the gates at the Greyhounds, absolutely gone.
Yep.
Had a very good lead.
Well, it's the first and only time he'll ever chase tail in his life. Those chicken legs being able to run so fast. Oh God, chicken legs.
I just had a mental image of.
You know what? Yeah, you keep your mental image to yourself, Rice. Callan Arthur 2nd, Jordan McDonnell, Ben Morrison, Cameron Dance, McSweeney, Walton, Honeybell, Steen, and Xavier Simmons, our top 10. Here we go. 11 complete, 29 to run. Well, 6 complete, 29 to go. As McCutcheon leads us into 1 and 2 again on this restart. Arthur on the bottom side of the racetrack has been making some leeway on the bottom side. Now goes to the middle in turns 3 and 4, where you see McCutcheon right on the top of the racetrack, putting the right rear tyre on the cushion. And keep an eye on the 97 of Ben Morrison, sitting back there in position number 4, trying to come after that 9 of Jordan McDonnell. But our
Peter Honeybell upside down, Brett.
yeah, second caution of the night, and the 2NZ of Peter Honeybell upside down. Let's take a look at our Colby's iPaint's instant replay and see what happened as we watch him go into turns 1 and 2. Well, he just caught the cushion, and as he was coming back and getting ready, it was the 18, I believe, of Xavier Simmons coming through, and yeah, Xavier did nothing wrong. He was holding his line coming through. Didn't realise Peter jumped the cushion in 1 and 2, but well, the 2NZ finds a way into pit road again.
I was actually focused on Peter Honeybell there for a moment, Brett, and he was coming through the field. He was doing the slide jobs coming into turn 3, using that slider line to get the job done, but just unfortunately, yeah, he just caught the cushion. Unfortunately, had a helping hand in him getting into that turn 2 wall. As now, single file. We're about to get at it.
Green flag, green flag.
Matt McCutcheon, great start. Coming to turn 1, Callan Arthur was nearly going to contact there with Jordan McDonnell. The fight is behind them. Ben Morrison using that top side against Ben McSweeney. And he might have something here, Brett. Ben Morrison is on a charge.
Yeah, the 97 is putting the right rear tyre on the top of the racetrack, and he's riding the cushion, but the caution flag flies yet again. We'll see who is around. It looks like the 18 of Xavier Simmons around. Let's take a look at our Colby's iPaint's instant replay just to find out what happened here. The 20 car, in fact, caught up, but just watching into turns 3 and 4, Simmons just went all on his own. Thankfully, he didn't go upside down, so he just drove it in a little too hard into 3 and 4, got on the bottom side, and almost got into the side of Jared Steen in the 91, but Steen able to avoid the contact, as was Xavier Simmons. Simmons is around, and he's at the back of the bus on that one. That's what I like about these small racetracks too, Russ. The caution laps, well, they're fairly quick, considering it, yeah, what are we at? What's this, a quarter of a mile?
Very good question. Yes,
up the top,
it is 0.25 miles. So yes, 1/4.
Well, as Jonathan Danley says, I'm on top of a cushion on a quarter mile. For the guys at the Hard Race Star Factor would know what I'm on about. Oh, wow. McDonnell, he passed on the inside. We'll see if the black flag is cleared or not, because I'm dead set near sure that he was on the inside of Callan Arthur on that restart. McSweeney put the slider on Morrison. Arthur on the top of the racetrack. McDonnell through the middle. Caution flag flies. And it sounds like we're going to park a lot in turns 1 and 2, I believe that is. Joshua Walton, the 20 upside down.
So yes, if you've ever been to Coles or Woolies car park at about 5 o'clock in the afternoon, this is what you'll see. Absolutely, it was carnage at the back there, Brett. Just had a look at the replay on my end, and I'm sure you have the replay on your end, thanks to Colby iPaints.
Certainly had the replay going as you were just talking about it. So it was Walton and the 97 of Morrison who came together on the front straight away, and then Billy Ryan came in, made sure that well, the helmet almost came off that number 20 machine, but Joshua Walton out of the event in this one, and we're going back to green flag racing this time by. Lights are out on the pace track. Matt McCutcheon, Callan Arthur, and Jordan McDonnell, our top 3 at the moment. Ben McSweeney and Cameron Dance round out the top 5. We got 14 laps left in main event here for, I believe, round number 11 of the WP Concreting International Midget Series. Green flag is back underway. Rice, what do you take this one?
Look at that again. Matt McCutcheon gets the jump there. Awesome stuff. But the battle is on for second place. Callan Arthur, as well as Cameron Dance, is starting to get in that one as well. But John McDonnell has some competition behind him, but can he hold them off? That's the question. So Callan Arthur and Ben McSweeney duking it out around this very small track of Limaland. I see now Cameron Dance moving through the field as well, using that mid-groove. He's starting to gain some speed here, Brett, so that's one to look out for right now. Cameron Dance is on a charge.
Yeah, 11 to go here in the main event. McCutcheon from McDonnell, Callan Arthur, your top three. Then you go back to McSweeney in the 79 as well. We've got another car around in turns 3 and 4. Let's find out who that was there. I believe it was the only one of Sam Waddell. Let's take a look at our Colby's iPaint's instant replay. See what happened here. Xavier Simmons coming through. Waddell was already half spun. Simmons came through and finished him off, and Waddell just getting to the bottom of the racetrack as the leaders were coming on by. So the next caution on the racetrack, and well, things get a little interesting right now, right? With 7 to go on the next time we go green flag racing. It puts Jordan McDonnell right in behind Matt McCutcheon, and a chance for McDonnell to put a slider on straight away into 1 and 2.
Yeah, Matt McCutcheon had a really good start in that last restart, Brett, and he was just gone. So Jordan McDonnell has to be on it this time. If he wants to make that slide job stick, as you said, Brett, he's got to make it work. So let's see if he can get the job done here. So, single line.
Green flag, green flag.
Not just quite. Matt McCutcheon gets away comfortably. But as we see in the background there, it is a 3 White City going to turn number 3. Ben McSweeney looking to the inside. Jared Steen also. He's on the bottom side. Look at this 3 wide. Cameron Dance in the sandwich there. There's a car sideways at the back of the pack, Brett. I don't know who that was, but yellows are out.
'97 of Ben Morrison, I believe. Just tagged the left rear of Vince Romeo. He done a 360, kept it going. The caution flag will fly for Ben Morrison in the 97 with a green-white checker to finish this one. Surely Matt McCutcheon wins this, because over the past 3 or 4 restarts, in fact even on the initial start, he's just been able to pull such a big lead. No one's really been able to capitalise on these restarts, and I think that's why, you know, he's the New Zealand champion in the midgets at the moment, because he is certainly one to beat. See what I did there? I put an unintended pun in on that sentence just then. Green flag next time by for turn number 4. It will be a green-white checker here at Limaland Motorsports Park. Matt McCutcheon, your leader, from Jordan McDonnell and Callan Arthur, who has had, you know, a fairly solid night, being in the top or the pointy end of the field all night. So the 32 team must be stoked with how they are going right now. Green-white checker incoming. You can see the yellow come out in the first lap. It'll end under caution, but down the back straight away for the penultimate time into 3 and 4 right now. It's Matt McCutcheon leading. McDonnell and Callan Arthur. We got a car upside down in 3 and 4. That's not going to bring the yellows on, because the leader had already gotten the white flag. Half a lap to go. McCutcheon, your New Zealand champion, will pick up round number 11 of the New Zealand WP Concreting Midget Series. Second will go to McDonnell. Third is going to be Callan Arthur. Let's take a look at our SETI Group Holdings finishing results. Matt McCutcheon, your winner in the number 1 machine from Jordan McDonnell. Second. Third was Callan Arthur. Fourth was Jared Steen, Ben McSweeney, Cameron Dance, Robert Bonin, Vince Romeo, Xavier Simmons. Lincoln Bishop rounds out the top 10. Ben Morrison, Billy Ryan, Aaron Humble, Sam Waddell, Stephen Palmer, Joshua Walton, Murray Howe, Peter Honeywell, Dale Grother, and Nathan Clive, our 20th cars in that one. You can see the New Zealand 1 champion burning it down on the ground. And just to get people a little motion sickness, let's go on board with the number 1 machine, as he has every right to celebrate here this evening. Well, if you don't want to get sick, look away from your screens.
Absolutely. He's doing a classic. That's right, I said it, Brett. That's another pun. He's doing doughies. So he's a very happy man. Chicken legs, Matt McCutcheon.
Man, talk about giving me a bit of a headache there. That was, man, talk about having to look away from the screen. And look at that. Top 3 ready to have a chat. And Ross, do you want to do 3rd place, or do you want me just to roll through all of them all?
Oh, no, I reckon you can roll through it, mate. I reckon
right.
it'd be much better.
All right, well, I'll tell you what, we'll bring in the driver coming home in 3rd place tonight, the 32 of Callan Arthur. Callan, congratulations on 3rd. Well, a solid night for you, being able to be at the pointy end of the field all night. And, 3rd result, you've got to be happy about that.
Yeah, cheers, Brett. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. I just didn't have anything for Matt. He was way too quick tonight.
Was there anything that you could have done differently, maybe to the setup adjustment, or maybe a different line to maybe get closer to Matt or Jordan?
No, I don't think so. I even took the gamble and run less fuel, so I don't think there's a lot I could have done to be closer to him.
What did you make of the racetrack, tonight in that feature?
Yeah, it was pretty good. There was multiple lanes, so it made for pretty good racing.
All right, well done on 3rd place, bud. Anyone you'd like to thank?
Yeah, I'd just like to thank Team Mercury again, and Dirt Division Race Graphics and Super F Series Spares.
All right, there we have it. That was Callan Arthur coming home in 3rd place. We'll chat to the driver who come home in 2nd place tonight, the 9 of Jordan. Jordan, congratulations on 2nd. You got a bit lucky there, and you just didn't have enough to catch that New Zealand champion out in front.
Yeah, I think might need to look at how much fuel I run. See, track being a bit smaller than the other circuits that we've run at. I don't think we needed to go with the 22 gals, and that's pretty much, I think, what really put me a little bit behind pace when you're running double the weight of another car.
Track was fairly decent from start to finish. We've seen a lot of sliders in the heat race. We've seen a few sliders here in this feature race. I mean, what did you make of the track as a race car driver?
Yeah, well, I thought the track was good. Obviously, there was something down the bottom, which is where I was trying to run. I managed to get Callan trying to run down the bottom, so it seemed to be working for me. Even though I had more weight, I couldn't carry the speed down the straight to run the high line and take advantage of that, the momentum. But I thought, the track was good. You could run around the top, you could run in the middle, and then you could run right against the tire barrier on the inside. Yeah, I think obviously there were a few people that were missing from that race. Obviously Brett and Connor, I believe. But yeah, they wanted the track slicker, and it kind of turned to crap in the Discord. But other than that, the track, in my opinion, was good.
All right, well done on a 2nd place here this evening. Once again, before we let you get out of here, and who do you want to thank that makes it all happen for you?
One Performance Racing, Fast Karts Australia, and do, and big thanks to Dylan Shepherd at One OPR.
All right, there we go. Jordan McDonnell with a 2nd place here this evening, and he's the reason that he is a New Zealand champion here in the Midgets. Matt McCutcheon, chicken legs, well done on the win, bud.
Yeah, cheers, thank you. It was an awesome race. Some pretty awesome racing, but hey, I think if Brett Junior Morris got into the feature, I definitely think he would have had a good battle there. I definitely think it would have made the racing a little bit more interesting. And a bit unlucky for him. I think it's a bit unjust that he got removed, but hey, that's out of our control.
Well, I just getting word through from officials that maybe you'd sent one of your crew guys over to put some sand in that muffler, and after that pole shuffle after you got beaten. Is that the case? Did you purposely sabotage his race car so you could have a chance at winning tonight?
No, there's no sabotage here, Brett. Me and Brett fly under the same banner. I've had a lot of respect for him for ages, and he's an awesome guy.
All right, so that was full of crap. That was such a lie. Matt McCutcheon sabotaging Brett Junior Morris's race car. Matt, talking about this top of the racetrack. We've seen it come in, towards the heat races and the pole shuffle. I mean, what is it about Limaland and the top of the racetrack that builds a cushion in these midgets that you just love to put that right rear tire up against?
Yeah, I think it's more the banking because you fire in there so much harder. You're working the right rear a lot more. I think the banking is why it's so fast, and just when you get everyone up there, it just builds a massive cushion. Not too big of a cushion tonight, sadly, due to a couple of reasons, but hey, it was still a fun cush. Not as dangerous as Limaland usually is, though.
All right, well done on the win here. You're the reason why you're the New Zealand champion. You just keep on winning in the midgets. But before we let you get out of here and celebrate with your team, although you might have to buy Brett Junior Morris a new engine in that number 4 machine. But well done on the win. Anyone you'd like to thank?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Brett Junior Morris for providing me with a Limaland set. You guys for doing all the live streaming. BPM Motorsports, and yeah, that's it. Thanks to all those guys.
All right, that will do it. Ricey from Limaland. Final thoughts from yourself?
Yeah, final thoughts, mate. It was some great racing there towards the end, but it's just a pity that the pole guy with the story that we just heard. So pity, but anyway, we got treated to a very, very good A main there, Brett, and I was going to say Brett Junior Morris, but Matt McCutcheon, well done on his win. So yeah, last thoughts, mate. Yeah, just wonderful, mate. Just wonderful.
All right, we'll leave it on that one. Once again, a big thanks to James Rice from JR Productions and Media. Check him out on Facebook. Give him a like, give his page a like. He does a fantastic job with the camera. He even does a great job on the microphone as well. He's almost taking my position here at Ultimate Dirt TV. I reckon if we get some more leagues to cover, I think I might be out of a job. But I'm always here to do cameras for you, Rice, if you need it. I want to thank the Dirt New Zealand. I want to thank WP Concreting for putting on these events week in and week out, and obviously Ultimate Dirt TV. We've got a couple of sponsors of our own, SETI Group Holdings. You can check them out on the web at www.seti.com. That's CEDI.com. And make sure you check out Colby's Eye Paints on Facebook. Make sure you head over to our Ultimate Dirt TV channel on YouTube as well. Hit the subscribe button. It doesn't cost you a cent, as all of our videos get uploaded to our YouTube channel. And if you haven't done so already on Facebook, give us a like, or you can give us a follow as well. Much appreciated the support. On behalf of everyone here at Ultimate Dirt TV, and on behalf of everyone and James Rice and everyone at the Dirt New Zealand, my name's Brett Wheeler saying good night. We'll see you back next time on Ultimate Dirt TV.